Hi, ladies and gentlemen, and as promised, I stated last night that I would have gone ahead and watched the New Japan Wrestling G1 Climax 29 Night 1 event that occurred last night because they didn't give you the live feed of this on New Japan Wrestling World. So I went about watching it earlier this morning around 10 o'clock or so. And I gotta say, I watched only the tournament matches. I did not watch anything before that, such as like the tag team action. So this review has nothing to do with anything of those matches in this card. So let's start off with match number 1 for this tournament, and that was Will Ospreay versus Lance Archer. This match, guys, was off the fucking chain. Will Ospreay, my friend, you outshine Seth Rollins in every which way possible. I don't know what the fuck Seth Rollins is on, but he's sucking the corporate cock of the WWE so that he could keep his status within WWE intact. Because quite frankly, this guy is nothing compared to what Will Ospreay did last night. Will Ospreay did some outstanding maneuvers with Lance Archer. He made this match look believable with a guy that's, I think, 6'7", Lance Archer. Lance Archer wasn't too bad in this match. Probably one of the better performances, but I think that has a lot to do with him performing with Will Ospreay in this matchup. This matchup was back and forth. There was not a one-sided opportunity throughout the entire matchup for one party. Each one got their shots into this matchup, and they performed at a very high level. At the end, it was a little bit weak to me. It looked like they were just doing a Great Khali finish to this, with Lance Archer putting his hand on top of Will Ospreay's skull and basically crushing it, which is what Great Khali used to do in WWE when he performed and wrestled. The ending, I think, could have been done better, but overall performance by both guys, outstanding. 4 out of 5 stars. Definitely a great matchup. Definitely great that the way they kicked this off for this tournament. Great job by New Japan Wrestling on this. The next match after that was Bad Luck Fale versus Evil. This matchup was kind of take it or leave it kind of thing. It was two big juggernaut muscle guys going ahead and doing their thing in the ring, which was okay. I give it a 3 out of 5 stars pretty much. This matchup was just kind of stale and slow for me, and the audience was kind of into it, but they really didn't seem to care much about this matchup. Then Evil's partner Sonata performed right after him against Zack Sabre Jr. This matchup was Technician Cam wrestling at its finest. These guys really kicked each other's asses. They put each other in submission holds. And at the end of this, Sonata managed to will his way into a very lucky and athletic pinfall, because he managed to roll Zack Sabre Jr. into a pinfall where his back is arched backwards, and he's got hold of him so that he can't kick out, and he gets the 1, 2, 3. Very, very entertaining matchup. Great technician wrestling. This matchup, if you are into technical wrestling, this is where you would find it in this tournament. This was great technician wrestling at its finest. Very enjoyable. 4.5 out of 5 stars. I think it possibly stole the fucking show. Really. I really think if you look at all 5 matches for this tournament from last night, you would say to yourself, this was probably the best match of them all, because of how the great wrestling that these two guys did. One of the holds that they did in this matchup that was very interesting and modified actually by Sonata. Sonata's signature move in this event, in his matches, is the Paradise Lock. And he was unable to do that, but he managed to put Zack Sabre Jr. by the ropes and tie him up on the ropes instead, and then do a running drop kick and knocking Zack Sabre Jr. out of the ring. It looked painful as fuck. It looked like he hit him directly in the hip and the side of the ribs. It looked painful as hell. But overall, this matchup was probably my match of the night, in my personal opinion. I don't know about other people's opinion if they watch this event. But if you haven't watched it, I definitely recommend it. It is highly entertaining. I wouldn't bother with all the rest of the stuff before it. It's really not that important. But everything before everything in this tournament was entertaining, most definitely. I love New Japan Wrestling single wrestling action. When they do the tag team, it just seems so boring because they do it very often. But when you get the single matches on the card, that is when they are fucking entertaining as shit. Unless it's for the tag team titles or a tag team division. Really, I don't see the importance of these tag team wrestling matches with six-man tag team, 8-man tag team matches, and so on and so forth. It just seems so stupid and just giving a reason to put guys on a card just for the sake of putting them on the card. But this matchup, Sonata and Zack Sabre Jr., match of the night, personally, in my opinion. Then we had Kenta, formerly known as Hideo Itami, versus Kota Ibushi. This match was a strike fest. This was back and forth, kicking, slapping, punching, you name it, forearms to the face, everything you could say that you were looking for, and so much more. This matchup was great. Kenta picks up the victory with a GTS over Kota Ibushi. Kota Ibushi put a hell of a fight up against Kenta, and Kenta just displaying outstanding performance here. Something that you've never seen him perform in WWE, because they probably just didn't give him that opportunity to display that talent. But whatever, it is what it is, and you take it or leave it, and that's all. This matchup here for Kenta and Kota Ibushi, I'm giving this a 4 out of 5 stars. It did have some slow moments, but it was a very fantastic, entertaining matchup that I was intrigued by a lot. The next match after that, which was the main event, it was Okada versus Tanahashi, or Kazuka. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Kazuka Okada versus Hiroshi Tanahashi in this main event tournament match. And this matchup was kind of your typical matchup between these two. These guys have had a series of matches against each other one-on-one in the course of like 10 years or so. They have been in a major rivalry for a long time. And this matchup was good. It was very good. I didn't really have any problems with it. It wasn't the best match on the card. Would I give it a 5? Hell no. This match was kind of slow at different points in time in the matchup. And it was probably not their best matchup, I would imagine. I mean, I haven't seen every single match these guys have had with each other, but I believe the most recent one before this, they had at the 2016 Wrestle Kingdom event. They competed for the IWGP Heavyweight title. That match was fucking unbelievable. One of the most memorable matches I've seen of them so far in their careers. I haven't gone back to all the older events that these two have had. I may have looked at their matches up just for the sake of seeing how their other matches went and just getting a valid opinion on that. But overall, this matchup was okay. It wasn't horrible. It was definitely a main event worthy type matchup based on the names alone. And that's pretty much the situation. Okada picked up the victory with a Rainmaker as usual and got the 1-2-3. Tanahashi came very close at certain points, but he got countered with the Frog Splash by Okada. Okada put up his knees, and then it just went all downhill for Tanahashi from there. But overall, this matchup here, I would give probably a 3.5 out of 5 stars, mainly because of the fact it just had its slow moments. I think Tanahashi's coming at the end of his career. He's got a lot of injuries he's sustained over his career, and he's just not at the top of his game anymore. I think he's just a little bit slowed down and just kind of just beaten up over a course of a career that he's had. But he's had a fantastic career. He beat Kenny Omega for the title, and he did a very good job in that matchup at Wrestle Kingdom earlier this year. So I have no complaints on the show itself, at least for the tournament. The rest of the show, I just didn't care to watch. It was an hour and 18 minutes of tag team wrestling. I skipped through all of it, got straight to the very first match, and boy, oh boy, this first night of this tournament was freaking unbelievable. Their next event for this tournament is going to be on July 13th, which I will definitely be watching Saturday afternoon because they're going to be performing in Japan, so the time is going to be different. So I will give you guys my review on that. Just the tournament matches alone. Jon Moxley will be in action against a former never open weight champion. And I hope he puts on a great performance like he did with Juice Robinson. So I definitely look forward to that. I hope you guys enjoyed my opinion on this event that happened last night. Leave your comments and opinions down below. I'll definitely get back to you on that. Hit the like button if you liked the video, and hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to this channel. And I thank you very much for watching.